Something's dead out in the pasture.
Well,
All the turkey vultures just flew up from one source out there in the pasture.
well, that will need to be investigated.
Yep. Whatever it is, it's already dead.
Yep.
So, that sucks. I wonder if we have a calf down.
Very well could.
What do you think that was? Mountain lion?
I don't know.
Very well could be the mountain lion. Yeah, but what we're going to do is we're going to do an introduction of ourselves for our new YouTube folks, right? Introduction of ourselves, how we got into ranching, how we got into the Longhorns, our mistakes along the way. I'm hoping to kind of make it a final, just a 10-minute long video after all the edits and stuff, but we're going to bring y'all along the way and let everyone on YouTube know that we are also talking to, we're talking to our TikTok folks. So,
Kind of bring the two of them together.
yes. So, okay, are you ready?
Go for it. So, what made us get into...
Wait, introductions.
Oh.
Introductions. Okay. Sweetheart, what's your name?
I'm April.
You're April. Okay, I'm Brian. And
Or
also
the
known,
Fireballs.
yeah, also known as Cattle Guy.
Or Fireball. Whichever one you want to pick.
Yeah, but generally I don't have people going to the Atwoods and stuff yelling, "Hey, Fireball!" They're usually yelling, "Hey, Cattle Guy!" Yeah. So yeah, I've got a TikTok account as Cattle Guy. We've got over 330,000 followers and stuff. And so we wanted to do our first YouTube video as Cattle Guy to talk about how we got into ranching first off, and mistakes along the way, and how we ended up choosing the Texas Longhorns.
So we decided we did not want to live in the city anymore. So we found some land and we moved to the country. It was about 11 acres that we started on.
You're fast forwarding. You're fast forwarding. Okay, remember I was living in the city.
Yes.
I was living in the city, close to work.
Yes.
And then I moved out. We got married, moved out into the suburbs that used to be the country, but it was now all suburbia out there in Midlothian. And yeah, I was bored. I had nothing to do. I came home from work, and what did I do?
He played video games.
I played video games. I sat on the couch and I watched TV, but I was watching a whole lot of Rawhide.
Yes.
It's I love old westerns. I just love
John Wayne.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I was watching a lot of Rawhide and the Rifleman. You remember? And so I had this dream with the Rifleman. In the Rifleman, he's got 4,000 acres. He says it'll take him a full day's ride just to ride to one end of his property at a full gallop. And I'm thinking, and he had 4,000 acres, and I'm like, I want that. That's what I want. So Midlothian was a hot market for real estate. People were buying up everything at the time. So we listed our house for sale by owner and
sold it with the first person that came along.
Yeah, and they scheduled the showing within the day we posted it.
Yep.
Yep. And our very first offer was our full asking price.
Yep.
Our full asking price, which was a profit of about $50,000.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
I think that's about right.
Yeah, so a profit of $50,000. So what we did is we wound up selling that house, and we wound up moving to Maypearl. And I'll let April tell you about the property in Maypearl, because what we wanted land. That's how you got to start, is you need some sort of land. And little did I know, I didn't know anything about leasing land at the time. You remember, we're walking into this blindly. I just wanted land. Right. Specifically, 10 acres to shoot on, that I could shoot on legally. And so April, what was it about Maypearl? Why did we end up settling there?
It was still close enough to work.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to find some land that was available within our price range.
Mm-hmm. Which is under $200,000, mind you.
Right.
That's part of the reason
we were newly married. I mean, we didn't have a lot of money. So we found this property. It was a barndominium.
Yep.
And it was on 11 acres. And we decided that was what we were going to call our home for now.
Yeah, absolutely. Part of the reason why we settled on Maypearl is everything jumped from like $15,000 an acre in Midlothian to basically $4,000 an acre in Maypearl
Right.
at the time. So when we were looking at 20 acres and it was selling for next to nothing.
Right.
We just weren't there yet to where we could buy it.
Right.
By the time that we came to buy it, roughly about a year later, I think, the land price already shot up. It started to go for $8,000 an acre, I think, at that period of time. It basically doubled. So we were not able to get the full 20 acres that we wanted. Instead, we ended up getting 11 acres, but
With the barn dominium on it.
yeah, with a barn dominium on it. But the difference is I knew that Midlothian, it was only a matter of time. See, all of North Texas exploded. So from the Metroplex, DFW Metroplex, it exploded north about all the way to the Red River, about as far as it could go within an hour's drive type thing. But it had not exploded south just yet. That was the last remaining part, and Maypearl was like it. That's the prime location. So we wound up moving there with the plan to flip it, double our money, and move out within 5 years.
5 to 10 years.
Yeah, 5 to 10 years. At 3 years, people started telling us we already doubled our money. And so we wound up selling it 4 years.
But let's get back to
Oh, yes. Okay, that's when we got into Longhorns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Longhorns.
Yeah, fantastic.
So, let's see. We were looking into cattle. I grew up around cattle. Brian did not. So he was doing a lot of research on what he wanted, what we would do. And like I said, we decided we wanted something that we wanted to look at. If we're going to have it, we wanted it to be something we wanted to look at in the pasture.
Yep.
So he sent me a Facebook site one day. Moss Longhorns had this picture of Caitlin out in the pasture with one of her calves, and it was in her lap, and there were all of these Longhorns around her. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I got on their website like any, person does that wants to see what's going on.
I just sent her this picture because I was like, this is cool, isn't it? It's so cute. That's it. That's the only reason why I sent it to her.
So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll look into it since he sent it to me. And I found this bull on their website that I was like, any good herd has to have a foundation bull that is really good to help produce the offspring to make them better than their parents. So I went ahead and emailed them and said, hey, is this bull for sale? And I got a response back that no, he wasn't available right now. And I'm like, okay, no big deal, no harm, no foul, because I hadn't talked to Brian about it.
Yeah.
And I didn't really want to have to explain why I had went ahead and contacted somebody about purchasing something that we hadn't talked about yet. So a couple weeks later, I get an email back and it says, well, my wife said I can't keep them all, so if you're interested,
the bull's for sale.
The bull is for sale. So I then had to explain to Brian why we were making a trip down to the hill country in a couple weeks to go check out this Longhorn bull.
Just a bull. Just a bull. That's it. So, but part of the reason why we actually liked the Texas Longhorns is we knew that they were an easy to own cattle breed. The ease of calving, they'll survive on mesquite thorns. It's incredible. Even on poor forage, they'll gain weight. That was part of the reason why they were used in the cattle drives. They'll gain weight while walking. And we knew as career professionals, we're both working in healthcare. April is a NICU nurse. So, 12-hour shifts with her, and we knew we would be gone from our little ranchette, our little property and stuff, a lot, especially during calving seasons. We would just be gone, so we couldn't help pull calves. So we needed something that was an easy to own. Also, the disease resistance was real big with us as well, just because we didn't have a lot of the medical knowledge on treating diseases and those types of things. So we wanted something that was just very hardy, and so, yeah. We kind of settled on the Longhorns, and we went to go see that Longhorn bull. And I was like starstruck. It was incredible. So there is a great deal of wind. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, you're picking it up on the phone. They're not on the microphone.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, y'all. Well, you just gotta deal with it. I do apologize. You're on the phone out there in the wind. I do apologize. But anyways, we showed up in the pasture, and at that pasture out there near Fredericksburg, and I was starstruck seeing all these big, beautiful Longhorns and stuff. And so we wound up falling in love with that little bull calf. He was fantastic, just cute as a button, and he was lazy as could be. He just laid around a whole lot. But yeah, we fell in love with Drag Iron, his sire. It's just gorgeous, beautiful, and he's still, to this day, one of our favorite bulls of all.
He recently passed away.
Drag Iron did?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he recently passed away.
Oh, that's gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a wonderful picture with him.
Yep.
Nope. Oh, the Glendenning's got to be just heartbroken.
They were.
Oh, this just breaks my heart. Okay, so we're redoing our closing.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? Action! So, we do apologize, y'all. This was really supposed to be a quick 10-minute little video, and we're realizing this is going to take more than one part.
Somebody likes to talk a lot.
Hey, somebody like this. Although we didn't get to talk about a whole lot about what we want to talk about, and that's the fact that there's other ways to get into ranching without going the exact same way that we got into it. And we've learned some different things along the way. And these are things that we would like to share with y'all. So that will probably be coming in part 2. Yep. Part 2.
Yep.
But in the meantime, we're kind of hoping as we start to kind of grow our channel, we're going to be posting here weekly. I have not quite figured out the consistency of the day of the week just yet, because I don't think I want to post on Saturdays. I think I want to post on Thursdays. But so we're going to try and do that, to post every single week, to try and bring more content. And yeah, every single time that you click subscribe and you click that notification bell, you're directly supporting us in our ranch and what it is that we're doing here. As first generation ranchers, we could use all the help we can get. So in the meantime, we got to close out. And what's the best way that we can do our closing? How should we wrap up our video, honey? Hasta luego.
Head 'em up, move 'em out.
I love it. I love it. Hit 'em up, move 'em out. Oh, heavens. I'm missing $10 there. It's up on my roof.